If I could go back and give myself, my younger self, some advice, it would be take the chance. There are a few times in my life where I've been given some pretty incredible opportunities, and sometimes I took them. Sometimes I didn't. The most incredible ones I probably passed on just because I wanted to be safe, play it safe, Can't get out there too far. Guess what? Get out there too far. Take the chance. Born in a little town called Deland, Florida, just inland about 20-30 miles of Daytona Beach, Florida. You probably know Daytona if you're, challenged by geographics like I am sometimes. Anyway, Deland was an interesting place to be. I was born in 1960. So very, neighborhood oriented, right in the Stingray up and down the street on the banana seat, and playing in the woods at the bottom of the street with Rooney and Mark, and playing Army Men a lot. 60s into the 70s, the late 60s moon landing, 70s, all that cool stuff's going on. Went to Deland High School and just had a really good childhood. Mom, Dad, worked hard. Brother and sister, Dick, Deb. Just a great family. Great place to live, Deland, Florida. Fondest childhood memory, visiting Venice, Florida, 4 hours south of Deland on the west coast, still there. Fossil Beach, right? It's known for its shark's teeth. Dad would fish for snook. Dick and Deb and I would look around for fossils on the beach. Sometimes we'd take a 5-gallon bucket and walk up and down the beach. Back then you could fill it with stuff, fossils and shark's teeth and things. But anyway, Venice, Florida with the family, Mom cooking dinners, a little cottage that we rented. Great place. So a personal childhood experience that shaped me for who I am today. Again, let's go back to Venice, Florida, that place on the west coast I told you about, 4 hours south. Cool little town, even in the 60s and the 70s, a whole lot less known back then. Venice is now known as the shark tooth capital of the world, so a lot of people go there, look for stuff. It obviously had an influence on me, the fossils that we found. Hello. We have a PBS TV show that airs every Saturday that we produce here out of the house, here in Deland. So Venice was very impactful on me. Of course, like I said, Dad would go snook fishing off the jetty. Dick and Deb would do whatever teenagers did while I was, screwing around on the beach looking for stuff. But it was a great place to be. Sometimes we took our dogs and they got to run around and stuff. But Venice, Florida was very impactful for me. My teenage years, right? So growing up, 1960 born, into the 70s, 75, I'm 15, right? I go to Deland High School. I'm hanging out with the nerds, the video club, not the video club, we didn't have a video club. The film club, 16 millimeter, 8 millimeter films. I was the guy that would bring the projector to your class. Hung out with the science club, hung out with the chess club, hung out with all the nerds. Had a great time. Also kind of got a chance to be with, the popular kids from time to time. But it was the nerds who really kind of shaped who I am today. And again, what am I? I'm a school teacher. I teach space science and video production. And I have a TV show on TV, Fossil Hunters. And we did EnviroPals, which was basically, Barney for the environment. That was on for 10 years. So what shaped me? The nerds that I knew in high school. I guess I am one. One of the craziest things I did as a teenager was probably, we used to drive to Daytona Beach, like I said, about a half hour from where we live. And as teenagers, me and a good friend, a guy named David, Dave and I would drive over and give blood. And then with the $8 we made from giving blood, we'd go and buy a 6-pack of beer. And then we'd sit on the beach and drink the beer and watch the sunrise or, just hang out. And one day I decided to swim out as far as I could and see how far I could swim before turning around. And I almost didn't make it back to shore because I went a little too far. So yeah, don't do that, kids. Fun and interesting jobs of my life. Well, I've had a lot of them. I'd have to say that one of the most memorable would be I was working for Creative Engineering, which was the powerhouse behind showbiz pizza places back in the day, like a Chuck E. Cheese is now, if we still have them. And I would help record the music. So one day Michael Jackson visited, and we were working on a version of Thriller with him there watching. So that was kind of cool. I got married twice, as a matter of fact. My first wife, Samantha, and I had Aria and Alyssa. And my second wife, my current wife, my forever wife, April, we had twins, Alex and Noah. And that was completely unexpected. So if there was a twist and, something that we didn't see coming, it was that we were going to have twins. And we were the first Brunnings that were ever going to have twins. Because guess what? They're not in our family. They're not in my family. They're not in April's family. And we went back and we kind of asked people, gosh, I wonder where these genes came from. And we come to find out that my mom had always wanted twin boys. So I guess it's my mom's, wishful thinking that got us our twins, Alex and Noah. So there you go. 4 kids, 4 beautiful kids, Aria, Alyssa, Alex, and Noah. Historical events that influenced me. Well, I've lived through a lot of them. And a lot of people, I would guess, would say 9/11. And 9/11 was, of course, historically, significant and very frightening. I was teaching then. I had been a teacher for a number of years. And, my kids and I were in media, so we were the ones that had the television sets and everything. And everybody would come piling into my TV studio to see what was going on. I would have to say, though, that the most impactful event to me personally was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. And I had been in Orlando recording some music and was back on the interstate going home and saw it happen kind of up in the sky, real time. And everybody pulled over off the side of the highway, looked up, we all knew what had happened. I went home that day, and in 15 minutes I wrote a tribute to Challenger called Challenger, sung for the 7, which became the national tribute for the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. Profound moment that changed me as an adult. Well, kids will do that, right? And I'm sure that's an answer everybody uses a lot. Parents' deaths, right? That happens too. I haven't experienced that yet, but I know it's coming. I would have to say when I learned that you needed to leave toxic people behind, that was probably the most profound thing, and actually having to do it. Actually having to do that. I'm in the production business, so, I end up meeting toxic people from time to time. And leaving a toxic person behind, and, whether or not you were very closely related or working with them, in production or creativity or whatever it happens to be. But leaving that person behind and moving on to do something better is probably one of the most important lessons I've learned, and it has helped me a whole lot. Proudest accomplishments. Wow, I get to brag about myself. Seems like that's, all I ever do is talk about what gets done. Anyway, I've done a lot. So I've been in production, I've been in music, I've been in video, I've been in film and TV, and, I've done a lot of stuff. So I've had a lot of really proud moments and things that I'm very proud of as far as what I've accomplished. I'm a teacher also, so I'm in my 30th year of that, my last year of teaching. I've won Teacher of the Year. I've won CTE, Career and Tech Ed Teacher of the Year. So, when you hit those moments in life, those milestones that you want to kind of check off, it seems like I've done them all. So really, what am I the most proud of? Probably just the fact that I'm still here. And, I'm loving what I'm doing. Life is great. The toughest thing I've had to overcome in life is the fact that I am not in control of everything. And there are people around me who I love very dearly, who are going through, incredible pain, and I can't help them. They have to learn how to kind of help themselves. I can do what I can do, but I can only do so much. And that breaks my heart. I wish there was more I could do. I wish I was like a Superman, superhuman, super healer, all of that. But you do what you can do. So love who you love, and allow people to grow themselves and learn their own lessons. And try to learn as many as you can along the way yourself, and just enjoy life. As I grow older, I think it's the whole philosophy of growing older thing, you're like, just slow down, enjoy life. Not everything's a competition. So the question is literally, give some key pillars of advice for the future generations of your family to live by. That's pretty heavy stuff. So I would say love. Number one, foremost, love. Family, right? Family's important. You need to understand that you need to make time for that. If you're so busy out there trying to get everything done so that you can get the next cool thing for whoever you need to get it for, yourself or somebody else, you're going to miss out on that person by having to worry about all the other extraneous stuff. So slow down. Enjoy the time you have together. Love, family, friends. Build a friendship with people that you have a lot in common with, and enjoy those times. Try to get out there as much as possible and enjoy it. Live it. Things are getting pretty heavy with these questions, so I only have one chance to tell everyone that I love how I feel. So I love you guys. I love every one of you. I love every one of you, all your individuality. I know we've made mistakes. I know we've had, great accomplishments, but I love you. I love every single one of you. More than you'll ever know. I love you. Love, Dad. How would I like to be remembered? As a dad, as a grandpa, as a human, as a decent person, most of the time I tried my best. Talented, yeah, I did a lot of stuff. I'll admit it. I'm pretty multi-talented. I can wear a lot of hats. I can juggle a lot of dishes, and then use that talent. Right? Be remembered to have used that talent to have made it a better place to live. Whether it's just my household, my family, my neighborhood, my town, my state, my country, my world. Just leave things better than you found them. And I've got 4 great kids and counting, 8 great grandchildren so far, 8 great grandchildren, not great grandchildren. And I've left it better than I found it.